This guy is special. This guy is special. He's not even sponsored by GoPro. He's kissing their ass and lying for free, just for the hope that maybe next year they will include him in their scam. Maybe next year they're gonna also tell him, "You've been a good boy, Lenny. Here's a camera for us." Imagine. Hi there, everybody. So in this video, first I want to show you a trick that I learned. So see this cup. Look. Ta-da! You can't see it anymore. Look, it's gone. Where's the cup? Where is it? It's a trick. I'm a magician also, not just a YouTuber. I'm also a magician. It's another career that I'm building, so I wanted to share my humble beginnings with you. In this video, I want to talk about GoPros, GoPro cameras. I owned a lot of GoPros. I owned everything from 6 to 10. Then I stopped, and I'm not gonna get this 11. And this video is about that. It's about me trying to tell all of my viewers, all 11 of them, not to get new GoPro, and don't buy any GoPros ever. Just stop it. We should all just stop it. It's an awful scam company that uses YouTubers also. I want to talk about that, how these YouTubers are helping this awful company scam people. Because what's going on? GoPro 6 was okay. It was good actually. It was a great camera for the time. But in the meantime, since then till now, they made 7, 8, 9, 10, and they're all fucking shit. They're all shitty cameras. This dog is bothering me. I have this little dog here, look. And maybe you noticed I moved this table that was here before, and now she wants to be in my lap all the time, but she's too big to really sit in my lap, so she's moving all the time and just bothering me. Molly, you're bothering me. I can't make a video out of you. You're not helping. Her name is Molly. So they're all freeze, all these GoPros, they all freeze, they're overheat, they're unusable. I had really like dozens of them. Come on, Molly, I can't have you here. Come on, go down. Go down. Under. They're unusable. I had so many of them, I can't even number them. I used to buy them, then they would malfunction, then I would replace them for new ones. I owned a lot of those cameras, and I know what I'm talking about. They're all freeze, they're all buggy. And you can see in comments on these people that are, I want to show you some of these like YouTubers that I'm really pissed about, that I'm mad at them. They're all like filthy liars. And there's degrees in their lies. We're going to talk about it a little bit. GoPro, they managed to position themselves really good. And there's a lot of people who buy them because they're more expensive than any other action cam on the market. In a lot of heads, I've seen this in comments, people think if you don't want to buy GoPro, oh, it's because you're poor, you can't afford it, and I'm going to buy it because of that. I'm sure, I don't have statistics to support this, but I'm positive that, like, let's say 70% of GoPro buyers are not GoPro users. They're just buyers. Those are people, the same people who have to buy new Apple iPhone every year. As they throw them out, they have to buy it, even if the one from 3 years ago is still functioning, is still working, and they never learn how to even utilize all its possibilities. They didn't use the camera correctly. They didn't learn anything. They're using this like iPhone 7 as they were using the 5, the same features, everything the same. So there's absolutely no need for them to be buying 11, but they have to. Every new year they have to buy a new phone. It's like programming them. They feel poor if they don't do it. They're trained and programmed to have to do it. So in the same space in their heads is GoPro. They have to have a new GoPro every model. They have to buy it, but they don't use it actually. They don't use it. They use it just until two things. Either their battery runs out, just first battery, they charge it, they use the camera until the battery runs out, or until they fill the SD card. And then they never take that footage that they made and put it on a computer and use it anywhere. They just take the camera, put it in a drawer, never look at it again until the new model comes out, and then they go and buy a new model and so on. They just have to have it. They feel like, oh, I have the best camera on the market. That's why GoPro is pushing these gimmicky numbers like 5K. Who's using 5K? Where those videos are? Where are all those videos, 5K videos? Look at YouTube. You won't find them. They're nowhere. Nobody records in 5K. You'll find them only in tests. Only in videos where they're testing the camera. They buy the camera, they test it, and then you can see 5K being used for a couple of seconds. But nobody's like basing their channel. They have a vlog channel and everything's in 5K because now they bought a GoPro, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it has 5K. 7 didn't have 5K, but all later did. So you buy a 5K camera and now you're making 5K videos. But it's not happening. It's not happening. Nobody's making 5K videos. When I use those cameras, I would always record in 2.7K. It's perfectly enough for you to like, you still have some like wiggle room to zoom in or whatever to make a 1080p video, and that's it. That's what you need for social media. If you want 5K, 8K, 12K or whatever, I'm gonna use a real camera. I'm gonna use a real camera. I'm not gonna use some tiny action cam that overheats constantly. And not just overheating, it just keeps bugging out and it's unusable. GoPro is unusable. I had so many of them. Like I said, I used to buy a new one. It doesn't work. Replace it for another one, another one, another one. Then my friends borrow me. I don't know. I probably used at least 50 GoPros from 7 to 10. I don't even know which ones, how many of them, like 4 of these, 5 of these, 10 of these. I really use them. I never had a GoPro in my hands after Model 6 that didn't bug out and overheat very easily, and that I didn't have to take the battery out every now and then. And original battery, yes, people usually to this they say, oh, well, you should have used the original battery. Original battery that came with the camera, yes. Not some cheap knockoff, no brand. No, original GoPro's batteries. And then I had to take it out and this and that. I had GoPros dying on me after they just get a little bit wet. And they are sold, they're marketed, and they cost a lot of money. One of the reasons is because they're also, another feature is they're waterproof till what, 10 meters or whatever. I would just splash them a little bit with water. They would malfunction couple of hours later, they would stop working. It happened to me like 3-4 times. Then the best thing is the GoPro fanboys defend the camera, accusing me of like, oh, well, you should have bought the casing, you know. It's sold as waterproof. They are advertising it as waterproof. It was completely closed with those little flaps and everything that it has. It was closed. I put it in water just a little bit, like I'm not a diver even. I'll just go to the beach or something, record some vlogs and whatever, and I need to dunk it in water for like half a second this deep. And it dies. Not one, 3 or 4 of them. The same. Oh, well, you should have bought. Well, that's why I paid so much. That's why it costs 20 to 60% more than these other cameras like DJI or whatever. Sony, some other action cameras. That's why it costs more, because they're saying you can take it to water, but you can't. You can't. Most of them you can't. Sometimes you'll be lucky and it's gonna work. You can see a lot of times in comments on these videos people claiming that it does work. Oh, I never had an issue. I bought mine and never had an issue. You must be poor. You can't afford a GoPro. That's why you complain about it. But then when you look at their channels, none of them even have videos. Where are those videos at? Where are those videos? They don't use the camera. GoPro buyers are just buyers. People who need to have, every year they need to buy a new iPhone and a new GoPro. Those are consumers, people who are infected with the virus of consuming things. They need to buy new stuff. And they need to be able to tell to themselves, I have the best camera on the market. My camera records in 60 million K. So I went looking at these. I didn't even follow for a while because I'm not on the market of buying a GoPro for sure. I'm gonna buy this new DJI. That camera must be, I like it. DJI 1, Osmo Action 1 was the best camera in my opinion in that niche, like action cameras in this. Always working, you can rely on it, it's gonna do its job. Yes, truth is, GoPro does have a nicer picture. That's okay, yes. When it works, but mostly it doesn't. And that's like really important. It's not important when I go shoot in real estate. Like I said, I used to do that. It's not so important. If it doesn't work, I go in one room and I need to make like a sweep and move. I need that shot, and it doesn't work. They take the battery out and put it back in and do it again and again. I can do it like 15 times until it works. Okay, whatever. I can't repeat that. Now imagine some skydiver. They jump out of the plane with his GoPro here mounted, and he presses record, jumps, comes down, and the damn thing didn't work. So to him, it doesn't matter if it worked, it would make superior images to DJI. It doesn't fucking matter. It didn't make anything. It didn't record anything. And then you have these YouTubers that are constantly lying. That's what I want to talk actually about. These guys are lying constantly to people, which goes to show that GoPro is a scam company that scammed us all for years. So now I'm not gonna I don't care if 11 works. I don't care. You scammed me so many times, and you use these scam YouTubers to scam me, and now I'm supposed to be like, okay, well this time maybe you won't. No, I'm done with them, and I'm telling you all, whoever watches this, you should be done with them too. And with all these YouTubers also, look at this guy, for example, lying. We're not gonna watch him, I'm just showing him. So, End Gadget. He makes this video where he's talking about Hero Black 11. I watched the entire video. He doesn't even mention overheating or bugs or anything. So, listen, even if 11 doesn't bug out or overheats, nothing works perfectly, you can't make a video 5 minutes long about that camera without mentioning that fact. Like, hey, this one is different from 7, 8, 9, 10 that were awful buggy pieces of shit. This one works. No, you just like, whoa, it has 5K and has hyperlapse and makes beautiful images. What? And then this guy, look at this guy. This guy also. Entire video without a mention also of overheating and nothing. But it says here, partnership with GoPro. So here. But all the experiences are my own. Like, I'm not lying to you. Yes, you are. This guy is also a liar. So then we have this one. I'm kind of disappointed in this one. This is the one that I didn't expect. Usually I like this guy, Autentech Ben Schmanke. I like the guy, and usually he's okay, but this time he managed to he did mention something about overheating, but very quickly just glossed over it, and this one doesn't, and usually for me it doesn't, All of these, notice this also, if they ever mention overheating and bugs, they're always the luckiest son of a bitches out there. To them, it doesn't happen. To me, it happened with 30 different cameras, 30 different GoPros, but to them, never. Amazing. I hear about it, people are talking about it, but no, to me it doesn't. You're lying. Ben Schmanke, you're just lying. And then he goes saying, 5K, 4K, 250, 240 frames per second, slow motion, audio stabilization. What? Then, let's see this guy. This guy, Chris Rogers, also a liar. He made chapters, and you can see in these chapters, I didn't even watch everything. 10 minutes, 45 seconds talking about it. Not once does he mention anything about overheating or bugs. So in his universe, GoPro doesn't even have that issue. It's perfect. Perfect for your blog. Just buy the camera. Doesn't matter. It's perfect. This guy is a special kind of liar. This is a really filthy liar, because I talked to him in the comments. And he goes, in the video, he says in one place, he says here, does it overheat? So he mentions overheating and bugs and stuff that GoPro has problems with. But then he goes saying, but it happens as much as any other camera on the market. Any other, like, action camera. Any other camera, Any other. That's just not true. That's not true, man. And first of all, it's more expensive than any other camera. So it's supposed to act and perform better than any other camera. It's not supposed to perform like some Chinese no-name camera, right? So if a no-name camera that costs $100 is overheating, okay, I expected that. But this one I kind of expected to be better, you know? And second of all, it's not true. So I tell him in the comments, I told him, like, what are you on about? DJI, I had multiple DJIs. One, never overheated, never had any issues. You know what he answers to me? He goes, you must be joking, because DJI Osmo Action 2 had that issue, like, with overheating. So he skips when I said DJI Osmo Action 1, just he doesn't see well, he can't read well because the internet is foggy in his house. So he's like, well, 2 was overheating. I don't know, I never used 2. That one I skipped. I didn't like that modular thing. I didn't like it, so I just didn't even play with it. But just skipping over it and pretending you didn't read well, and then he goes, I talk about overheating on my channel more than anybody, like I know, he's like authority on it. No, you're just a liar, dude. This DC Rainmaker, he's the worst of them all, because he, even in the comments, he goes persuading me that GoPro doesn't overheat and doesn't bug out. Who you lying, man? Who you lying to? I had those cameras, many of them. They're all trash. They're all trash. Average user is gonna experience crazy problems with GoPro from 7 onwards. And I'm not saying for 11, I didn't try it out, so I can't say. But again, I'm not even gonna risk. And I'm telling you all, don't buy it. Just don't. It's a scam company that's scamming us for years. Why should we buy it? DJI Osmo Action 3 just came out a couple of months ago. Buy that camera. It's gonna work. It's gonna do the job. And as for the image, you can just fix color a little bit in DaVinci Resolve, whatever. It's gonna look good. Look perfect. I had a channel that I built only on that camera and it was doing fine. GoPro is trash. You don't need it. Look at this guy. Jordan Hetrick. This guy is also lying, goes through entire video, mentioning something like how he recorded it, how it acts on clouds, water, this, and not one mention about it overheating. And again, if 11 is not overheating, this video is, this is actually a video where he's giving some cinematic tips, because in his review of 11, GoPro 11, he didn't show his face. That's why I put him here. So he didn't even show his face because he's ashamed, because he knows he's lying. And in that video also, he didn't mention overheating at all, or bugs or anything. And again, if 11 is not bugging out, you just have to say it. Like, hey, wow, great news, because this one is not buggy as these past 4 models or 5, whatever. But nothing, like just talking about numbers. 5K. Most people don't even have computers that are able to edit 5K videos. So what are you talking about? What 5K? Again, where are those videos at? Where are all those 5K videos? GoPro sold tens of millions of cameras, and we have a couple of channels showing even a couple of seconds of 5K. So it's a useless gimmick that doesn't even work. It's just a number that they put there. Most people never use it. Again, they never use it. Most people just buy it because of that number, so they can say to their neighbors, oh, I bought a new camera, it has 5K. What about your camera? Does your camera have 5K? And then they put it in a drawer and never use it. Never. For us that really want to use it, make vlogs, videos, of course I don't even have to tell you that Matti Hapoya is a liar. You know that already. He's a sold out. Now imagine this. Imagine if you made a YouTube channel. You get, how much he has? Wait. 1.2 million subscribers. You're supposed to be successful. You get all these views. By now he's a millionaire. You have millions. How much is GoPro paying you to lie? Imagine that. Like, I'd rather just work as a freelancer, just be anonymous. To these people is like, they're gonna sell their name, he's gonna build a brand with his face, with his name, and then he's gonna sell it for peanuts and be a liar. That's like awful existence, really awful existence. Why are you even alive, dude? Why are you doing that to yourself? Is it worth it? How much is GoPro paying you to sell yourself out for them? To bitch yourself out. He's comparing DJI Osmo Action 3 with GoPro Hero 11, and then he's saying, imagine, this is the trick they use, that the only factor that's going to make you decide one or the other is the budget. Which is again playing into that myth that some people have, that if you don't buy GoPro, that's because you're poor. You have poor mentality. You have poor man's thinking. What is it? Poor man, you don't have the money. That's how they think, and that's what they bind them. So that's the only factor. Imagine, the only fact, not the fact that you can't use this one. It doesn't fucking work. No. It's the money. If you don't buy GoPro, it's because you don't have the money. This guy, do I need to comment? Tech for all. Look at just this face and the way he's. Of course I wouldn't trust this guy anyhow, but there, he's a liar also. This guy is special. Because he's a smaller channel. I wouldn't even put him here if he wasn't so special. So what he does, he's not even sponsored by GoPro. He's not big enough for them to care to pay him. He's kissing their ass and lying for free, just for the hope that maybe next year they will include him in their scam and pay him also to lie to people. So he's lying for free. He's creating his brand on lying for free. Danny Black. And look what he's saying. Look, hear this. Just a second.
But for people that are having overheating issues, you're just not using your GoPro correctly. In fact, I've been actually recording this video for now 11 minutes. You can see right there, 11 minutes, boom. And I've had no problems with overheating or anything like that. And the wind slayer's on. It is 90 degrees out here in the Australian sun in the middle of summer. So yeah, it's a great GoPro. I love it. To me, someone who dives into these quite often, they just keep getting better. And I don't say that to suck up to GoPro. In fact, I doubt they're even watching this video right now unless I got them with the thumbnail. But I just say this.
Imagine. I hope I got them with the thumbnail to see me, people from GoPro. I'm doing the scam already. You didn't even pay me. Pathetic. Imagine. Like, look. And imagine blaming the people because you're not using it correctly. If it's bugging out, if you can't use it, that's because you're not using it correctly. What's the correct way to use it? What's the correct way to use it? To press record, maybe? Is that the way? That complicated camera is supposed to be used? To take it like this in your hands? Where is it? Okay, DJI, I'll use it. I have one GoPro here still. I don't want to look for it now. And like press here to like turn it on, and then press here to record. Wow, is that the correct way? Please explain to us. Danny Black, what are we doing wrong? Look at me, he says. It's working 11 minutes. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Works. Just works. On lower settings and works. And again, I never even recorded in 5K. That's the best thing. I don't even try. I don't need 5K. I don't need it. None of my videos ever were in 5K. I don't need it. I'm not recording test videos. I'm not recording comparisons. I'm not doing that. I need it to perform. And my goal in my vlogs is for audience to not even think about how it's made. It's supposed to look like it's naturally occurring, not like I made anything. That's my goal. So I'm not even using 5K to then tell people this is in 5K. No. So I don't need it. DJI or GoPro, whatever, I always record in 2.7. That's just fine for me, and I can like zoom in or reframe a little bit. That's enough. I don't need more. Everything else I do in camera, and I like doing my movements myself. I don't need to edit too much later. I do color correct a little bit in DaVinci and everything. But what's the correct way to use it? What, 2 seconds at a time? And then take the battery out and put it... yeah, that's the correct way to use GoPro. So you record 2 seconds, then maybe it gets it, maybe it doesn't. Then you take everything apart, take the camera out, take the battery out, put it back in, turn it back on, record another 2 seconds, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Then again repeat, and yeah, that's the correct way. Are you saying that? You scum? You liar? Okay, that's it. That's about it. We don't need to see anybody else. I'll finish with the face of this guy because he's really... just look at him. So in short, for those who are gonna skip it to the end, GoPro is a scam company that's scamming you for years now, scamming us all. And even if GoPro 11 Black Hero Black, whatever, if it works, I'm not interested. There's other cameras on the market. DJI just came out with DJI Osmo Action 3. That company deserves my trust and my money. They've been fair with their pricing. Their cameras work. Never had an issue with DJI. I had multiple of them. These ones, I love them. DJI Osmo Action 1. I just love it. To this day, there's nothing wrong with it. For 1080p videos, 2.7K videos, perfect. Yeah, they could use some little like gimmicks and this and that I hope... I didn't even research yet. I hope they implemented them in this new one, DJI Osmo Action 3. I'm gonna check it out. In any case, I'm gonna for sure buy that camera. And that's about it. GoPro, I'm done with them, and I hope everybody else is done with them. Anybody else saying differently is either lying, or when you see in comments people claiming that their camera works, they probably never used it. A lot of people, again, I'm going to repeat in the end, they just buy it, use it until the first battery runs out, or till they fill out the SD card, and then they just toss it away in their drawer and never use it again. A lot of people are doing that. Just think about it. Where are those videos at? Where are those videos at? Like, they sell, how many? 80 million every year? Where are those, like, videos? Who's, what? Nobody's even using it. They just buy it because they think they need to buy it. And that's what GoPro doing. And they know that also. GoPro knows that their audience is that. Not really video makers, but camera buyers. And they just make the new camera every year for them, put these big numbers on, and pay these scammer YouTubers, or then you have these, like this guy, Danny Black, that's not even paid, but he hopes to be maybe paid next year. So he's gonna sell his name, sell his ass, embarrass himself, lie in public, for hope that maybe next year they're gonna send him one of those cameras that is also unusable for free. He's gonna sell his ass for free, just for hope that maybe next year they're gonna also tell him, you've been a good boy, Lenny, here's a camera for us. Imagine. pathetic. That's about it. I feel a little bit lighter. Whew, I feel better, yeah, now that I vented all of this out. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye. Oh, sorry. Subscribe. Yeah. I forget always to give that call to action. We're at 32 subscribers now, I believe, and by this pace, in 10 years, I'm gonna be at 1,000. So it's going well. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for following. Comment, like, and share. Yes, also share. Bye. See you next one.